Why I see change coming and learning to adapt. Why change is coming. Hello, y'all. I'm Diana Brienne. You know, I got to thinking today out on my 5-mile run about change and how I feel that change is in the air. Now, I don't think that's probably any surprise to most people because I think people can sense that change is very, very much around and that change is taking place. First of all, change is a part of nature. Change is a part of life. Change is a part of existence. Everything is always in the state of change, whether we realize it or not. And some changes just they happen over a long period of time. They're gradually very slow changes. Other changes are great big and abrupt. And so I think that the way the world is, I think it's always changing. Sometimes we don't see it as clearly because it seems like it's more of a slow process. And then there's other times that it seems to change dramatically. And I truly believe that we are in a state of change. And I think it's probably likely some big changes in with the smaller changes. And I think that whether people like change or don't like change, change is going to happen with or without our liking it. And I think sometimes people resist change that they know is going to take place anyhow. And when they do that, often they negate how they could go into their future. Because sometimes we just have to realize that life is changing and we have to adapt. There's a word called adapt, and it means adjusting to what is taking place. You know, I've always said if something's wrong for our lives, don't adapt unless you have to. Because adaptation, we should not adapt to what is wrong for our lives. And yet there are times that when we have no control over certain situations, we have to adapt. We have to adjust. We have to create a new normal for ourselves, whatever that means. You know, out of change often comes many, many wonderful, wonderful things. And out of change, often there comes things that we don't want to see. And that both ways are a byproduct of change. So for me, I anticipate a lot of changes in the world to come. But then again, there's always been change. And so that's really not surprising or really not something new. And so for me personally, I've learned to adapt and to adjust. And I hope for good change. I hope for positive change. But even if the changes in the world are not what I want to see them to be, then I will learn the art of adaptation to the best of my ability. Because adaptation can be a wonderful tool to use in our lives to adjust to situations that we may or may not welcome. Adaptation. From my house to yours, may God bless you, and I hope to talk to you soon again. Bye-bye.